Coming up next, an armed robbery at a local yogurt shop near Geyer High School.
Then students and faculty joined in protest together on the UNT campus.
Actor Luke Perry died from complications of a stroke Monday. Learn how to spot the warning signs.
From the Mayborn School of Journalism at the University of North Texas, this is NT Daily News.
Police are still looking for a man who robbed a yogurt shop at gunpoint late Sunday night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marcus Carr.
And I'm Carlene Green. The robbery happened near Geyer High School on Teasley Lane. NT Daily's Jacob Gray is there to tell us about the investigation.
I'm here at Hickory Creek Plaza where the robbery occurred. This is the shop behind me where the incident occurred. Police say the suspect pointed a gun at an employee and demanded cash from the register. The suspect got away with a small amount of cash and ran from the scene.
Investigators are pouring through any available evidence, including security footage, if that's available, speaking with the store clerk, and just running down any lead they can find to try to get the person identified.
No one was reported injured after the robbery. If you know anything, police asked them to contact them. Reporting live from Denton, I'm Jacob Gray, NT Daily News.
On Monday, UNT students and faculty gathered to protest against immigration customs enforcement and U.S. Customs Border Protection. The protesters don't know what those groups participating in on-campus events like job fairs. I had the opportunity to hear from why they feel that ICE and CBP shouldn't be on campus.
Thank you all for here.
When UNT hosted a criminal justice job fair in the Union, some of the organizations looking to hire included the country's most prominent border control agencies. Outside the job fair, students and faculty formed the ICE Out Coalition to protest their presence on campus. Despite the chilling temperature, demonstrators stood outside for 3 hours straight. During that time, people stopped by to sign the coalition's petition. It already has over 900 signatures.
The first thing that came to my head as soon as I heard about this was the safety of students, faculty, and staff that may be at risk with just their presence being here, and within maybe a few buildings away from them would absolutely distract them from learning and from paying attention and really caring about their academic career.
In an open letter to UNT officials in September of 2017, UNT's president issued a statement in support of undocumented students. However, one student counselor says that isn't being reflected.
I know that for me, it has created some anxiety and feelings of uneasiness. Both of my parents are undocumented, and when they came into the United States, they were detained here in Texas. We hope to raise awareness of the mental health impact, particularly of ICE and CBP being on campus, and we hope that the administration here at the university is able to take a stand. I know that they value diversity and inclusiveness, and I think having ICE and CBP on campus goes against those values.
This isn't the first time that ICE and the Border Patrol have been on campus. The coalition's open letter addressed 5 demands for UNT. They want to know who invited the agencies and want to require campus personnel to escort immigration enforcement agencies if they are on campus for events in the future. UNT's Executive Director of Career and Leadership Development in an email says that those invited to career fairs can only recruit. Any activity outside of that is not allowed.
UNT ranks among Texas' top universities by awarding more than 230 doctoral degrees annually. Reporter Jacqueline Jordan is here to tell us more.
UNT is listed in the most elite category of research institutions for the second time since 2015. Only 131 universities are recognized as a Tier 1 in the nation. Every 3 years, the Carnegie classification ranks colleges based on research and doctoral degrees awarded annually. UNT Professor Kent Chapman says the institute will help increase the worth of students' degrees.
Research funding is very competitive, and so having a good reputation can only help in receiving grants or winning grant awards. Companies and also take a look at you when you're at a Research One university, take a look at you more seriously. So I think from many different areas, UNT will continue to grow its research enterprise based largely on the fact that it is now Tier 1.
All of UNT's 230 academic departments will benefit from this classification. To learn more about what it takes to be a Tier 1 research university, you can visit the Carnegie Classifications website.
This week, the city of Denton began tagging blue recycling containers that have things that are not recyclable. Its website asks you to put plastic bags, styrofoam, food scraps, paper towels, or cardboard with grease in the cart. Approved items include glass bottles, cartons, and boxes of juice, steel cans, and plastic marked with a recycling symbol 1 through 7.
The square is a staple in the Denton community, and one popular shop is closing its doors. Garden Gate has been open for over 2 decades, with more and more shoppers switching to online shopping. The owner says a decline in business played a key factor in the decision to close this store.
You know, shopping has changed a little bit, so there's a lot of online shopping that has affected us. Garden Gate's been around for 29 years. I bought the store and I moved it here, and we've been here 11 years. So it's been around for 29 years. It's moved around on the square to 2 or 3 different places, and it's a happy place. People come in and they just feel like it's happy. It makes them feel good, and like I said, it's a friendly place. We love to know our customers.
The store is scheduled to close at the end of April. Shoppers are free to stop by and visit the store one last time.
4 district council seats are up for election on May 4th. Tonight, the Firefighters Association will hold a meeting at 5:30 at Armadillo L Works. The association will have a Q&A session to decide which candidate to endorse. Whoever the association chooses to endorse can receive a campaign contribution and volunteers. The last day to register to vote for in this election is April 4th.
Another week, another candidate. Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced he will run in the 2020 presidential election. His campaign video focuses on climate change and green energy. And Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper launched his campaign with a video on Good Morning America. His campaign video touches on droughts, fires, floods, and rebuilding. They joined several other candidates already running for Democratic nomination.
Next, a local play leads to actors discovering how segregation and civil rights impacted the Denton community.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
The Texas State Senate unanimously passed a bill to raise teacher pay. All teachers in the state would get a $5,000 raise. Librarians were also added to the bill, but some people have concerns. School staff, like bus drivers, nurses, and custodians, are excluded from the raise. It's not a big deal. It's not a done deal yet. Now the bill goes to Texas House of Representatives.
Lawmakers are talking about vaccines in Washington, D.C. today. Ethan Lindenberger's mother is an anti-vaccine advocate. She believes that they are dangerous and choose not to vaccinate him as a child. Recently, Lindenberger turned 18, showed his parents evidence about vaccines, and went to get vaccinated. Today, he spoke on Capitol Hill about his reasons for getting vaccinated.
I approached my mother with information from the CDC that claimed vaccines do not cause autism, she responded with, "That's what they want you to think." Skepticism and worry were taking the forefront in terms of information.
One thing fueling the conversation about vaccines this year, 206 cases of measles have been confirmed across 11 states. The disease was previously said to be eradicated in the U.S., and many of the people who have not gotten the disease were not vaccinated. Texas has confirmed a total of 8 cases this year. One reason vaccines have been hotly debated in the past is previous report that linked to measles, mumps, rubella vaccine to autism. Doctors have long said this report is false. The lead researcher of a decade-long study concluded the measles vaccine does not increase the risk of autism or trigger it. The study was published on Monday in the Journal of Internal Medicine in Denmark. It followed over 650,000 children, and 95% of them received the MMR vaccine. A researcher from the study said social media is giving a lot of attention to the anti-vaccine movement, and he wanted to provide solid scientific evidence to the issue. The World Health Organization said between 2000 and 2017, the measles vaccine prevented more than 21 million deaths. They have ranked the refusal to vaccine as a top 10 threat to global health this year.
The month of March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. Endometriosis affects more than 11% of American women between ages 15 and 44. Endometriosis is when the tissue that makes up the lining of the womb is present on other organs inside your body. It is usually found in the lower abdomen or pelvis, but can appear anywhere in the body. Dr. John Dulimba is a board-certified gynecologist who is considered to be one of the leading experts worldwide in state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery. Dulimba shares different treatment options that can help manage the symptoms of endometriosis and improve your chances of getting pregnant.
And in my opinion, it's a better way of visualizing and removing this disease. So that's what I've been doing on the surgical side.
John Dulimba improves the lives of women who come to him for care at the Women's Center in Denton with a variety of innovative, minimally invasive surgeries using the Da Vinci and other top-of-the-line supportive treatments. March is also Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Colon cancers affect both women and men. It is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths. People between ages 50 and 75 should get screened for colon cancer regularly. Risks for colon cancer increase with age and does not always cause symptoms. However, some symptoms include stomach aches or cramps that don't go away and blood in body waste. It is important to talk to your doctor if you are losing weight and don't know why, and if you have long-lasting stomach aches. American actor Luke Perry died yesterday at the St. Joseph Medical Center, Burbank, in California. The 52-year-old suffered a stroke. According to the CDC, someone in the U.S. has a stroke every 40 seconds. To be aware of the symptoms, doctors recommend the acronym FAST. People should look for facial drooping, arm or leg numbness, slurred speech, and remember, time is crucial, and dial 911.
Over the weekend, the University of North Texas Dance and Theater Department performed a production called The Memory Project. But this was not your typical play with first-hand stories, World War II, and civil rights marches from people in our community. NT Daily's Tristan Hanks reports on what made this play so unique.
The performance was open to students, faculty, the public, and the individuals the stories were about. The Memory Project was a production of original stories collected by the UNT Theater Department students about people in the Denton community. Actor Philip Burton played an African-American teacher who grew up in the 1930s named Janice Bowie.
Interviewed a lot of people at an assisted living facility, and all we did was ask them questions about their lives and about big events in history like World War II and like the Civil Rights Movement and things like that. And we documented what they said, we typed it all out, and then we performed it. So.
Burton said Bowie lived her best life growing up but never struggled with segregation until moving out of Texas. Bowie's father was a chef at Southern Methodist University, so she always grew up in a nice home with a car and an education. Katie Usher helped Burton interview Bowie, who she says the 95-year-old was no stranger to meeting civil rights activists.
Janice was born in 24, and moved to Dallas in 1930, and she walked with MLK. She met Jackie Robinson. She had a really incredible, really interesting life.
Usher said this was her favorite performance since being in the program because they wrote their own scripts based on the interviews with people in the community. Audience and family member Alicia Moore said she grew up listening to her grandparents' stories but never fully appreciated them until now.
Even in my 40s, it's not anything I've ever had to experience. You know, it's something that we see on TV and we can hear old stories about. I'm really glad they did the project because these are stories I heard my grandparents telling, and it would be really sad to see that go away, you know, for us to lose that as a society, the face-to-face knowledge of what it was like during that period.
UNT's Dance and Theater Department's next performance is Tilted Summer and Smoke. For more information about the upcoming play, visit danceandtheater.unt.edu.
Coming up next, we'll tell you about a local high school basketball player who is nationally ranked.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. It's gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First, I took them to feel better. Then, I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
The Tejas Storytelling Association is back with its annual festival this weekend. NC Daily's Jasmine Johnson spoke with the director to see what festival goers should expect.
One world, many voices, many tales. That's the theme of the 34th Annual Texas Storytelling Festival. Each year, the event features world-renowned storytellers such as Antonio Roca and Twice Upon a Time. But this year, Tejas Storytelling Association Director Beverly Bimbo said the festival will offer something new.
What's new to the festival this year is instead of having it in one venue, which is usually the Civic Center, we have it in 3 venues. We have it in the Women's Club building, in the Senior Center, and the Emily Fowler Library. And what's nice about that is that it makes it much more of a smaller and an intimate experience. We also have a lot more music this year to introduce our concerts. We have a mariachi band, we have the UNT Chinese Ensemble, we have a movement group called the TW International Dance Group, and we have 2 drummers that are also opening our closing concerts.
While the festival isn't free, most of the concerts are. The event officially starts Thursday at 6:30 p.m. The closing concert will begin Sunday at 11 a.m. For more details and to purchase tickets, visit tejasstorytelling.com.
What's new to the festival this year is instead of having it in one venue, which is usually the Civic Center, we have it in 3 venues. We have it in the Women's Club building, in the Senior Center, and the Emily Fowler Library. And what's nice about that is that it makes it much more of a smaller and an intimate experience. We also have a lot more music this year to introduce our concerts. We have a mariachi band, we have the UNT Chinese Ensemble, we have a movement group called the TW International Dance Group, and we have 2 drummers that are also opening our closing concerts.
While the festival isn't free, most of the concerts are. The event officially starts Thursday at 6:30 p.m. The closing concert will begin Sunday at 11 a.m. For more details and to purchase tickets, visit tejasstorytelling.com.
The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex has a history of producing NBA players. I caught up with one player who could follow those same footsteps. RJ Hampton is a name that is going around the prep basketball circles. The Little Elm Jr. is ranked the number 5 player in the country by multiple ranking sites and is the first DFW player to join that group of players since NBA center Miles Turner made the ESPN rankings 5 years ago.
He's offensively polished. He's probably one of the best scorers regardless of class because he scores effortlessly. He knows how to get his shot off. He's very mature in that regard, and he just has a knack for that.
I mean, rankings don't really mean much, but I mean, it's good that people think that of me, so I just gotta keep working.
The 6'6" combo guard hasn't missed a beat the past 2 summers, first winning gold at the FIBA Americas U16 Championship, then gold at the U17 World Cup in Argentina. Between the gold medals, he poured the buckets on his home court, setting a school record, scoring 1,000 points his sophomore season. The Lobos captain believes these accomplishments and his package of abilities, he should be the number 1 player in the country.
I feel like I'm just like a complete player. I can rebound, pass, score, dribble, play defense, all that.
Some ranking analysts think he could climb to that spot.
Well, for one, you can tell RJ is just different. He's a winner. You can kind of see that RJ doesn't mind being the leader in the scoring regard and that he has the will to want to win a game. He, in my opinion, is the best guard in his class.
With high major colleges like Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, Memphis, and TCU offering scholarships, Hampton plans to stay in the 2020 class instead of starting his college career early. He will look to capture that number 1 ranking this summer as he plays for former NBA player Jermaine O'Neal at Drive Nation.
The City of Denton wants to bring awareness to pedestrian and bike safety on the roads. The Denton Police Department will hold a pedestrian safety meeting Tuesday night at 6 at the Denton North Branch Library. It will present information on how pedestrians and drivers can navigate the city safely. The police department says when crossing a street, you should look at traffic signs and always use the crosswalk. Bikers share lanes with drivers. Make sure to stay 3 feet away from bikers while driving by them. Bikers are required to use white light and red reflectors at night when driving. You'll need to slow down on Fort Worth Drive in Denton. The speed limit has been reduced to 45 miles per hour on part of the road due to construction. The location is south of Country Club Road. Speeding in construction zone costs around $30 more than on average for a ticket. Speeding tickets start at $115 in Denton and can range up to $500 or more.
Coming up, find out why a 5-year-old decided to write hundreds of letters to police officers.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you've got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, babe.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait, why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
After 18.5 weeks, the Mega Millions winner claimed their $1.5 billion prize at a gas station in South Carolina. The gas station in Simpsonville sold the ticket for 4 months ago. Many people have visited the gas station and the town has received more traffic than usual. The state of South Carolina gets $61 million of the money in taxes from the winner. Store owner CJ Patel plans to use $23 or $25 million for store renovations. This is the largest jackpot a single player has ever won. The winner decided to remain anonymous.
Southwest Airlines is offering travelers flights to Hawaii as low as $49. Flights departing from Oakland and San Jose, California are a one-way ticket to Honolulu and Kauai, Hawaii. Tickets can be purchased through March 5th and will be part of a 2-day lunch sale. Southwest flights to Hawaii will depart on March 17th through March 19th. The airline plans to have deals like this next month as well.
The University of North Texas is holding the annual Cinderella Project that offers high schoolers free formal and semi-formal dresses. Dresses are offered to students that want to save money during prom season. The event will be held on March 8th from 4 to 8 p.m. and on March 9th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free items will be given at the Union in room number 333.
A 5-year-old girl in Wisconsin has a passion for police officers, so when she learned of the death of Milwaukee officer Matthew Rittner, she knew that she had to do something to show support for law enforcement. CNN's Cassidy Williams takes a look at how her caring spirit is lifting others during a dark time.
Yes, please.
Allison Krieger and her mom Tina are signing cards of encouragement.
You're awesome. Roar.
But to understand why, you have to step
into my room here.
Which shows off her two favorite things.
Pink and police. From police officers all over the world almost.
She's been collecting police badges for almost half her life because she knows exactly what she wants to be.
A canine officer.
So when she heard another Milwaukee police officer had died in the line of duty,
she was sad about it.
She had a question.
Like, what can we do to make him feel better?
That's how the card making began. They made cards and passed them out that day, but Allison hasn't wanted to stop.
There's more police officers probably that feel bad.
With the help of some friends, they estimate they've passed out almost 200 cards. She even wanted to keep going today despite the sub-zero temperatures.
We can wear a jacket.
She wants to keep going for the same reason she wants to be one of them one day.
They are nice and they help people out and they solve problems and cases.
You guys have 2 left?
There is a GoFundMe account dedicated to the mission, so the card giving can continue.
That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time for NC Daily News.